Welcome to Cactus Valley, Game 1 of the lower bracket semi-final here at the Intel Extreme Masters Gamescom EU and Africa Qualifier. Spawning in the top left position, as the red Protoss player representing Imaginary Gaming, we have ShoWTimE. His opponent spawning as the pink Zerg in the top right position, representing Team Extreme Supremacy, it is Elazer. Only one of these players is going to get a crack at a Lilbo. Now, Elazer's played a lot of ZVP this tournament, so if he defeats ShoWTimE here, he's going to fancy his chances. Lilbo seems to be moving between Protosses and Zergs a little bit, but he's managed to push his way past quite a few of them. He's basically been alternating. ShoWTimE beat Gung Fu Banda, then Ret, then Cool T. Now, if he beats Elazer, it'll be Protoss, Zerg, Protoss, Zerg, Protoss. His path from the lower bracket to Gamescom. But we don't know if that's going to happen just yet, though. So let's hold our horses for now. The first Overlord is going to be able to spot that ShoWTimE is in the top left. If he's... Oh yeah, okay. Both sides have seen each other now. No, Elazer can't quite turn back fast enough, so everyone knows where the other has spawned. All is well. Elazer has gone for the hatch first, by the way. Just constantly droning up more in the background. Surely he's not going to go 3 hatch before pool or something like that. We should be seeing the spawning pool come down for him. No, he is going to go... Is he going to go 3 hatch? I think he's doing 3 hatch. Yes, he is doing 3 hatch before pool. And he's actually expanding towards his opponent as well. Elazer laying down the gauntlet here, saying, hey mate, guess what? What are you going to do about this? And ShoWTimE's going to have to decide now what he wants to do. I mean, against the Nexus first is probably fine as well. But did the Overlord originally see the Nexus timing? I'm sure he saw the probe, and then I think he backed away. It still could have been a gateway first, but it is because it's a Nexus first. Should be just fine. I wonder if Elazer knew that to begin with, though. Didn't quite catch that bit of information because the Overlord turned around quite quickly. And he is going to spot the timing on the Cybernetics core, which is going to make him a little bit more relieved at least. Spawning pool about 2/3 of the way complete. So 3 hatches very, very quickly here for Elazer. ShoWTimE just kind of chilling out, scouting around the base. There's not really anything that's going to be interesting here except for gas timings. And off of the 3 hatch before pool, you're going to want to get as many drones out there as possible, as quickly as you can. You're not going to be seeing any sort of like 4-minute double gases or crazy stuff like that. So the probe is going to go to the south, off to be sneaky. Are we going to see another scout coming out of him? We need to be careful because we are going to start getting queens out very, very shortly. And we're going to start having to connect this up with creep. Overlord here, feeling pretty safe at the moment. It's going to take a while before a Stalker comes up, but it will now. Is it actually... No, it won't actually kill this Overlord. So Elazer's managed to get out of dodge at just the right time. This little guy, though, is going to have to move away from here pretty quickly, because with the Mothership core there is high ground vision, and with high ground vision the Stalker is going to be able to basically kick this Overlord to heck and back. The Mothership core sees this Overlord now, and this is going to be the next target for the Stalker. It has to be. So we'll keep an eye there. This Overlord is safe for now. The Stalker is coming back downstairs. Yeah, and the Overlord's going to have to get out of there. I think Elazer knows he doesn't want that to be forfeit. Sneaky pylon on the high ground over here, coming down for ShoWTimE very, very soon. And we have a Stargate coming down inside the main base as well. Nicely sandwiched between the natural and the main. Might be very annoying for an Overlord to scout. It's going to have to come all the way up the top here. And if you have an Overlord here, it might get picked off by Stalkers kind of chilling out here. What is that? Is that like infested cactus? Is there a way to zoom in on... Oh, that... Dude! That's an Overlord impaled on cactus. That's awesome. I don't know if anyone's noticed this about Cactus Valley before. That is pretty sick. And also kind of gross. Right, moving on down. 4 Stalkers and a Mothership core going to be applying some early pressure against this 3 hatch before pool. Elazer is going to have to get some units out on the field to say he is serious about defending against this. The Roach Warren is only a quarter of the way done. Whoa! It can actually get targeted if he wants to. But it's just going to be Queens defending against this right now. Wow, 5 Queens As if that isn't enough. 6 queens now joining the fray. I think this is going to be enough to repel this attack for sure. Very, very serious about that early game defense. The Roach one is going to be able to pop up as well, and that should be okay for Elazer to hold. However, we have a spanner going down in the works. ShoWTimE is going to be popping up with an Oracle right now, and that bad boy is going to be flying on over into the main base. There is a Spore Crawler here already, but it is very far to the left-hand side. I feel like an Oracle can kind of park itself there and kill off 5 or 6 workers. We'll see. But the Spore Crawler is going to get first shot off, and the Oracle is not going to get anything done for now. Layer starting immediately as the Oracle leaves, and it hasn't actually been scouted just yet. Also, only on to 50% hit points now as well. So far, so good for the defense of Elazer. These queens, though, they're going into very, very dangerous territory right now. These 2 oracles are leading them astray, and there are a lot of units coming in to try and harass the natural expansion. These queens are going to have to get the heck back very quickly. Oh, wow! Oracle managing to get sniped. Really nice there, but he has to get back. Look at this coming in from ShoWTimE. Great that he picked off one of the oracles, but he needs to deal with this, and he needs to deal with this quickly. Slowlings and roaches coming in here. The Oracle looking like he's coming straight into the natural to try and help out. Mothership Core is with this as well. Full energy, time warps available. Where are the queens? There they are. The Oracle now is waiting next to this space, and there is no Spore Crawler here. Elazer, is he going to be falling apart? I don't know. The queen's doing a lot of good work. Recall coming out of there. In the meantime, the Oracle, oh my goodness, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 9 kills and counting, going up to 10. Number of workers killed, guys, 13 versus 0 right now, and ShoWTimE was trying his best to find space to do that damage. He was finally able to do that. 44 drones versus 52 probes now. You don't really want to be behind in workers against a Protoss as a Zerg player, but that's the situation he finds himself in. But this counterattack with the queens as well could end up being very, very difficult to hold. A Void Ray has come out for ShoWTimE as well, so that's an awful lot of damage, especially with prismatic alignment against the armored units that are queens, by the way. But I don't know if it's going to be enough, because there are so many queens. And look at this, transfuses coming down left, right, and center. There are 9 queens with this attack. Great force fields, keeping out the attack for a little while longer, though, and prismatic alignment is doing so much damage to these roaches and queens. But look at how many of them are left behind these force fields. Are there more? There are more. ShoWTimE is going to be able to put on another set. That's his last set of force fields, guys. There are no more right now. Are we going to see additional units coming down? Mr. Oracle, what are you doing here? How many more kills are you going to get? Oh my goodness. Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is going to be painful. 18, 19, 20. We are up to 20 kills on a single Oracle, ladies and gents, and these guys don't appear to be moving anywhere anytime soon. This is a frustrating position to be in for Elazer. ShoWTimE at the moment doing a great job of harassing this Oracle. Fantastic positioning and placement. Good at keeping it alive as well. 20 kills so far, and more on the way. It looks like Elazer's backing off. He's trying not to force the issue here. Maybe this choke point he just thinks there's just too many force fields. He can hold indefinitely. And now we're going to be clearing creep, using the Envision on that Oracle. More creep getting put down by the queens here, as soon as it gets picked off. Both sides kind of squaring up against each other right now, but at the moment, ShoWTimE has just had so much fun killing off so many of these workers. Is he going to be able to kill off the army, though? That's the real question. Force fields coming in to zone out the army, picking off a couple of roaches and a couple of queens at a time. This one roach, this Rambo guy, somehow manages to make it out alive. And we're moving out yet again to kill off the creep troopers once more. Continuously laying them back down is Elazer, not wanting to give it up. Blink backwards from ShoWTimE, just posturing around now, waiting to see when is going to be a good time to break out here. But very, very difficult with so many of these queens. And now we have Hydralisk coming in with the composition as well. ShoWTimE has had a lot of harassment damage, but he hasn't followed it up with concrete damage to the army. And Elazer has stabilized, and he's able to try and bounce back here. Both sides looking to see if they can take this engagement. Elazer not wanting to move from this concave. ShoWTimE not wanting to move beyond this wall. He needs somewhere he can definitely continue to force field. And that is his challenge. He's trying to bait the Zerg player in, but Elazer isn't having any of it. And I feel like off the back of this, you could even put a hatchery there or something and really try and force the issue. But that would just be way, way too risky at this point in the game. A couple of force fields getting baited out there. Looking for that vital concave when this match begins. I mean, this fight is going to be pretty epic. Elazer's almost maxed out as well, so he's going to want to do something soon. ShoWTimE still on 150 supply, and the army's only going to get stronger. And Elazer's decided now is going to be the time. Some good force fields actually zoning out a lot of the Queens and Hydras in the background. These roaches very, very cost efficiently traded away right now, doing a fantastic job. Overseer getting picked off as well, and that was a good initial trade for ShoWTimE. Elazer, though, is back with more, already back up to 191 supply. And once again, this choke seems to be the battle point here. We have the 4th base down, by the way, for Elazer as well. So he can just stay here all day long against a 2-base Protoss and say, you know what? Eventually, I'm just going to keep banking up and banking up and banking up, and you're going to have to break out of here. And that's absolutely true. So it's slowly becoming a position where ShoWTimE is the one having to do the damage. And it's going to be very difficult for ShoWTimE to break out of this position. This is tense. Oh, is that another? No, it's going to be a Warp Prism. 4 Zealots coming into the main base. An additional round of Warp-ins. This is going to try and force the hand of Elazer. Elazer actually is moving back with all of his army right now. A lot of static D is getting put down here. So Elazer wants to camp out, by the looks of things, outside the bases of ShoWTimE. These Zealots are going to take apart the lair. Very, very serious amount of Warp-ins. And what ShoWTimE is saying right now is, look, if you're going to siege me up, then I'm going to go ahead and try and completely kill you off. What on earth are you going to do about it? These roaches aren't actually being microed at the moment. They're just being prodded over here. The Oracle actually has vision on everything as well. Really, really good micro coming out of there from ShoWTimE. And he's now going to try his hand at the natural expansion and possibly the 3rd and 4th bases as well. There's nothing at the 4th base at the moment, by the way, so warp in there would be fantastic. Big Protoss army going up to 169 supply. Indeed, he goes for the 4th base. Everything gets burrowed as soon as these units come in. And Elazer is going to be able to defend that okay. The big loss, though, was the lair. Psionic Storm is also coming up for the Protoss as well. That would be an excellent way of him managing to break out here. The Spine Crawlers have now rooted. ShoWTimE is going to have to move back at some point very, very soon. He was trying to break out. He can't quite do it. He's got Storm soon, though, and a couple of excellent Storms here means that he just owns this area. Elazer doing a great job of just choking ShoWTimE in right now. Immortals taking apart 2 Spine Crawlers. Hydra's trying to do a bit of damage here. Both sides still reluctant to pass through this gate. This position on Cactus Valley will forever be known as the Gandalf position. No one wants to get past in either direction. A lot of static defense being set up by Elazer now, basically saying I want to own the map. Another huge warp-in of Zealots is going to stop the Hive morphing in by the looks of things. A lot of units targeting the Zealots right now, but it looks like that's going to go down. And once again, another Zerg building is going down here. Lair now being built at this base. So this Warp Prism is really paying for itself right now. ShoWTimE just constantly harassing Elazer, not wanting him to get too far ahead. I mean, we need to just march out with the Storms is what we need to do. The Storms lay covering fire while you just kill off all of the Spine Crawlers. Then you think of what your plan after that is. But look at how many Spine Crawlers there are in reserve here. That's actually insane. Elazer continuing to take more and more hatcheries, but ShoWTimE doing a great job of trying to stop them. Right, first Spine Crawler going down. Oh my god, excellent Storm. Fantastic. Another pair of fantastic Storms going up over here on the left-hand side as well. And that was a good bit of damage being done by ShoWTimE, but he needs probably 5 or 6 more Storms to properly break out here. He has got High Templars with energy available. He's doing it. He needs to move a little bit further forward. He wants to get the meat of this army. He wants a Storm here, and he wants the Storm there, but he's not quite able to get into the position he's looking for. He doesn't want the Storm in front because he just moved behind. You want the Storm just behind the initial line of units so that even if they run away, they're still getting clobbered. That's the ideal situation. He's now trying to break out once more, but so many Spine Crawlers mean that Elazer is actually continuously staying put. Great, you can see all of my units, so what are you going to do about it is the question he is asking right now. And ShoWTimE with 8 High Templars. I mean, he's trying so hard right now. But he just needs all of the storms to land everywhere so he can focus on taking down the spine crawlers. So much easier said than done. Is he going to go for it again? No, still continuing to blink back, just waiting. Patiently waiting. There's one excellent storm on those Hydras, actually, and that blink forward kills off most of them. Not a good move by the looks of things from Elazer, who drops down to 181 supply. This Warp Prism definitely MVP of the game at the moment. But the Concave, I mean, the Concave here is just so sick. That was a good storm over there for ShoWTimE. Elazer having to fall back just a little bit, but continuously resupplying. More and more hatcheries getting built. Is that a drone? No, that's a Zergling. We're going to wait until he starts expanding downwards as well. Elazer just being completely relentless. If we take a look at the minerals being mined, guys, you can see why ShoWTimE has to break out very soon. He needs to do something about this. He's got the Immortals, he's got the High Templars, he's got the Storms, he's got the Hardened Shields. But Elazer has the positioning, and he has the units, and he has the static defense as well. This constant back and forth is still benefiting the Zerg player. Excellent storm, and I feel like he has to use them to break out as opposed to using storms and then running back in. I'm not sure that works for him quite as well as he thinks it does. The storms need to be a little bit further back as well, so that when Elazer retreats, they still do damage to his units. I really want to see one here. So difficult for the High Templars to get forward, though. Alright, he's doing it now. He's committing to it. 2 more storms. A lot of units going down, but there are still 5 spine crawlers here. The Immortals are doing so much work. This is actually going to be really close between the two sides, but I think ShoWTimE is just about going to be able to edge that. The question is, will he be able to edge the follow-up? Spine crawlers actually getting rooted. The Immortals really need to take care of that right now, because they do damage to those spine crawlers so quickly. There we go. The last 2 in the back now are going to go down as well. Look at how quickly they go down to that pair of Immortals, and ShoWTimE breaks out. But at what cost? It's the 24-minute mark and he is still on 2 bases. And here comes the follow-up. Force fields, storm, looking pretty good actually. Wow, very sick storms actually. ShoWTimE just swatted this aside. No complaints from me there. That was really nice. He needs to recuperate some energy though, because he's not going to have those storms in his back pocket forever. What does Elazer do now? Let me just double check that he's got all the hatcheries he needs. It looks like he's back up to 4 hatcheries. The one closest to his opponent is the one that's going to be fully upgraded. And he's basically making Lings and Hydras non-stop right now. He just needs to try and whittle away ShoWTimE's army still on the 2 bases, because he is relying on long-distance mining to actually get everything done here. That's not a position the Protoss wants to be in, and it looks like the siege is going to prove successful. After breaking out, it cost ShoWTimE too much, and he is going to tap out. Elazer takes game number 1 over his Protoss opponent.